Welcome to another episode of Epoxy and Butyl Tape. In this episode, I'm going to be installing a Solent Stay, also known as a removable inner Forestay. Now, there's a few reasons why I want to do this, mainly for hoisting a storm jib, which actually could have been hoisted around my frilled head sail with parallel beads or a sleeve. But with the Solent Stay, you get redundancy of having an extra piece of rigging attached to your mast for safety. Also, having multiple locations on deck is an option, so it allows you to change the position of where your storm jib is. But before I started this project, I did consult with an individual, James Baldwin, who's well known in sailing circles, two-time circumnavigator, a very accomplished author, and a professional boat refitter. And his thoughts were that in addition to using a Mast Hound at the top of the mast, I could probably get away with just using a backing block or a backing plate at the deck attachment, which is what I'm planning to do. And here are the things I need for this project. Here's the Mast Hound. Like I said, it's just a tang. It goes around the front of the mast and you drill and screw it in. I have here an old headstay from another boat I had years ago. It's not in great shape, but for temporary purposes to work out the bugs, this will be fine. I have a bunch of turnbuckles. I only need one, but I'm going to figure out which one is best for this particular project. Another piece of rigging. This will be the second part of the Solent Stay. It's going to be divided into two. And a crimping tool. I'm going to be crimping sleeves, loop sleeves, for this piece of rigging. Also, some machine screws to install the Mast Hound to the mast. Some Tef gel to assist with that. Two zinc-plated copper oval sleeves. And this is what I'll be crimping or swaging with this tool to the piece of rigging to make a pendant at the bottom. Heavy snap shackle and a 1/8 inch thick stainless steel plate. I won't need all of that. And now I'm going to attach the Mast Hound to the mast, which is off the boat. So within about 2 feet of the top is acceptable, but I'm going to probably put it about here. That's probably about 11-12 inches. So the plan is to just drill holes and then have the screws tap their own threads. Okay, so some progress. I drilled the holes for these machine screws and tapped the threads. But then just decided to go a different way and just through bolt the Mast Hound here. Just need to probably cut that a little shorter. And with the other holes here, since I've already drilled it, I'll probably either put in machine screws or maybe some aluminum rivets. It doesn't need to be strong. All the stress is being taken by this. The rivets will just hold it close to the mast. Also, I've taken the time to paint the front of the mast here with this paint and a foam brush, and it really looks good. So I'll probably do the rest once I flip it back over. Voila! So I've got that through bolt in, cut short, filed down to remove any burrs. All of the aluminum pop rivets are in. I did use Tef gel on the bolt as well as the aluminum rivets because they are against stainless steel here. Plus the little steel anvil pin breaks off in some of them. So Tef gel is a good idea. So this part is complete. And now for the deck attachment. So I already have a folding pad eye here at the aft part of the foredeck, which I think would be ideal for a storm jib, keeping it away from waves as much as possible, even though it's hoisted up a bit higher and it's cut differently. I think this will be good for that intended purpose. I originally installed this for my jack lines, but I'm going to use it for the storm jib. There's already a pretty good stainless backing plate on there. So in addition to that, I want to put another attachment up there in front of the chain pipe for additional options. And now for mounting on the deck. So here up front at the tang on the stem head, there is another hole, but that would interfere with the furler drum. If I didn't have a furler, I could most certainly use that. So what I'm going to do is use a pad eye. This one I have here from Harkin. Is that a crack? No, that's a scratch. So the bulkhead for the chain locker starts here. I'm thinking I'm going to place this here, actually in the horizontal orientation because it fits better. I know the deck to be about 1 inch thick here, so take a look down below. And here's what we have in the chain locker. Okay, looking up. So this is the area that I was thinking, just forward of the chain pipe. There's quite a bit of coring in there. So I'm going to use this 1/8 thick stainless plate. It's either 304 or 316, probably doesn't matter. As a backing block. And that should be good. The other option was to do something here and tie it into the bulkhead for the chain locker, but I don't think that's necessary. And but if you look up ahead, I don't know if it shows, the backing block for the stem head is up there. It's wood, and it's honestly not that much bigger than this, and that holds the main Forestay, so I think this should be fine. And also I know that there's no coring under there, so it's just fiberglass is what that's attached to, and it's been has had no problems. Now I've drilled 4 holes after positioning it, and now over drilled with a much larger drill bit, and now put some tape on the bottom and filled with slightly thickened epoxy, and finally drilled smaller holes to the right size, and the plywood core is protected. Now ready for install. I've got butyl tape on the screws, and after drilling out that backing plate, I've done the final install here, and the forward deck attachment is complete. Okay, now I've attached the stay to the roof of the boat shed to simulate the mast being up. And when the mast was up, I did take some rudimentary measurements to see what length I would need, or at least how high I need to go up the mast for this stay that I have here to attach to the deck at this point. In either case, I'm probably going to be replacing this as it is, so that may not matter too much. But it attaches to the folding pad eye here with the shackle. And rather than using a very expensive high field lever, I just have an open turnbuckle. And you put these Velcro pins here in the turnbuckle in the holes of the screw part. And that's to keep it from turning and loosening up when you're underway. Normally 1 is adequate, but because this shackle is on a swivel, I'm going to need 2. Although I may just take that swivel and seize it to the rest of the shackle. Up front here, for the attachment to the very forward pad eye that I put in, I most certainly will need a pendant. And this one is in the process of being made. So this is 3/16 wire with an oval sleeve, one of these made of copper with zinc plating. And then you kind of crimp this down with this swaging tool, and then you do the same thing on the other end, but I'm not going to actually make that up until I know exactly the size I'm going to need. And now for the storm jib itself. So this was given to me by a friend and fellow Contessa 26 owner, Todd. And it's never been used, and he's had it in storage a long time. And you might notice a lot of blotches here. And I've tried every known method of cleaning those. It's not mold. What I think it is just discoloration of the resin that's impregnated in the Dacron. So it should be fine. I'm going to sew on some patches of that storm orange to the top. And presto. So I've got that storm orange on there. A small patch, makes it much more visible. Got it on both sides. And I stitched that on there with a walking foot sewing machine that I bought about a year ago. It's a knockoff of the Sailrite, and I'm going to do a video on that, but that's a video for another time.